It's back. My goodness. Hello. I had to completely restart my PC because it just completely froze. Apologies for that. Here we go. Fine, fine. Get your chickens. Do all that good stuff. It is technically a new stream, so fine. Oops. There we go. Oops. At least you benefit like that. Alright. Too much knowledge. Yeah, too much knowledge. I'm a bit tired. So I think I was originally planning on just ending stream. But I think I might instead do a bit of drawing. In a bit, since I did some drawing on stream. Although I think it's mostly not going to be drawing. Instead, it's going to be animating. Well, not animating, but you'll see. It has to be the spirit of Aragon. It's almost as if he was here, yeah. Got a powerful spirit if he can crush my PC like that. Props to him. Rest in peace, the legend. He will be missed dearly. Hands are now playing. For some of us. What an asshole, that arrogant dude. Come on, Aragon, you can't disrespect the dead like that. It's disrespectful as heck. Come on, too soon. You have to wait like 50 years. And then you can be an asshole to them. Hey, let me get my drawing book. Actually, no. Before I do drawing, there was an idea I had yesterday that I think might be interesting. That should hopefully not spoil me on any games. Definitely, absolutely not. Where's my book? There it is. Get that working. There we go. Before I do that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back. I'm back. A little notable. I mean, you're having a lovely Wednesday. I got myself some smoked turkey and a grilled cheese and tea. I have to wait for my tea to cool down a bit though, so I'm just gonna drink water. Thank you, them. Also, banger. Actually, hold on a second. You know what? I keep forgetting about this. Oh, they added a take screenshot button. That's nice. Item scenes for hotkeys. There it is. This. Why doesn't this reload and load using hotkeys? Tea? I heard tea. Yes, green tea. Favorite. One of me loves tea, it seems. Of course, Tena is definitely a tea enjoyer. Maybe a battery acid as well. I'm sure he shares with the queen. For all characters that Nem has never met, because you gotta play Deltarune Nem, you gotta just in the stream when the fun Friday is coming up, you gotta go Deltarune, or whatever you want, whatever game you want. You have free will, you can do whatever you want. Or don't play it. Up to you. You all have free will. It looks away so no spoils with Deltarune. Good, good. I can imagine it must be very difficult, especially now that people have been. A lot of people have played it, so they kind of don't spoiler things a lot anymore. Previous stream was Limbus, I think. That was a month ago? Yeah. Now that I think about it, when was last time Nina streamed Limbus? What is my memory tweaking? Yeah, a month ago. That does sound about right. I plan to. Fair enough. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I had the drawing. Oh yeah, the idea I came up with yesterday. I want to look at some of my old drawings. Even the bad ones. As much as it pains me to share my bad art. And I want to, I guess, find out what my favorite and least favorite part of each drawing is. To see if I can improve on, or if I have improved on anything. Oh, gotten worse, either way. After that, we can probably continue just drawing. I'm glad we've seen the tears yet, but we are getting a whole regard ID tomorrow. Yeah, I saw. Wait, tomorrow? Damn, I thought it was like a week away or something. Which canto is Nino again? I am in the middle of Canto 8. That is where I am now. Just a week away. Yeah, okay, that sounds more like it. Hi Panda, how you doing? Lost track of time. Understandable. Is this how you do it? There we go. This is the last one I've been doing. Panda, you are too brain rotted, Panda. You need to cleanse your brain, Panda. Put some soap in your brain. No more brain rot. You need some classical music. We have some green tea. I'm very proud of this one. I really like it, especially the hat. The hat's nice. I also like the suit. Yeah, how about we start with this one actually? Well, it's actually two of them. Yeah. I see the curse numbers. Can I sacrifice? If they do it again, maybe. I don't know. Damn, looks good. Thank you. I've been doing these drawings in the style of Limba's company. I've taken criticism to heart, I've been trying to make them less wide, which is something the other. Now that you mention it, I've looked at some of the older Limbus sprites I've made, and they have wide bodies and short legs. Although I'm pretty sure that's something. Yeah, probably. Their neck is probably going to hurt. I think Malfosts looks more normal because the body is more turned that way. Meanwhile, this one that's not the right person. Let's see. Is more horizontal. I probably should have made it look a bit more to the just directly left. But well, I can keep that for next time. He really sounds so different, as if he's high or drunk. Oh, maybe it's just because I haven't streamed in a while. It takes a while to get me. I can become energetic again. I think. I don't know. I'm just so chill. I'm just so chillin'. Being chilling. It really, really looks like something straight from Olympus. Hell yeah, that's the goal. I like it. I mean, it probably helped that I took a bit of. Well, I say it took a bit of inspiration. The person wanted me to base it off of Alan Gregor. So I mean, this is basically a 1-to-1 replica. Well, maybe not 1-to-1, but like 1-to-1.5. It definitely helped a lot with some of the shading and the lighting and stuff. You know, he's not chill. Under that, he's all evil. Possibly. Not gonna either confirm nor deny this information. I could be the most evil being known to man. I could be a pure evil and cruel creature under this guise of a cute little small 20 centimeter long kitty cat. Or it could be a kind soul, who knows, either or. You know, I can lucky gift you Library of Ruina if you didn't do it yet. Thank you. But I have Library of Ruina, and I did beat Library of Ruina, and Lobotomy Corporation as well. I 100% did lore, but I still don't have all the achievements in Ruina. I still want to get that one day. I am a very slow player. At this rate, I don't doubt that we'll be getting Kanto 10 before I get to Kanto 9. But I will. Back to the point. I want to start from the oldest to the newest. Maybe not every single drawing. I want to start at some point. Let's see, which one would be good to start with? Okay, how about this one? This one's a classic. I'm 100% sure that I streamed making this one as well a while back. This was for a art trade as well. Funnily enough, after the art trade, the person here is the person who gave me a code so I can join VGen. Of course, I didn't trade for the code because that is against COS. Anyway. Favorite part? I'm pretty sure this arm, I found a photo on Google, which is why it looks good, I guess. I like the hand and the arm. You know, it is a weird thing to just save art you like is it A weird thing to just save art you like as a custom paintbrush. I actually talked about this just today. I want to try drawing with some weird brush, like just some drawing, pre-existing drawing, but like smalled down. I want to do that. I don't think that's weird at all. I think it's really cool. And it can definitely make some really cool brushes. Can I eat that? Ah. I appreciate you. Felt, hell yeah. Favorite part of the drawing, probably the arm. But that one was traced from a picture. I don't think there's anything wrong with tracing from real life pictures. Some things are just really difficult to draw. Like this, I would never be able to make this back then in a million years, and even now, I would struggle a lot. As for least favorite part, there are a few things I don't like about the drawing. The shape of the head is a little strange. The shading is nonsensical. This reminds me I also need to art. You don't need to art too much. Just a simple sketch or doodle is more than enough. Yeah, I'd say that's my least favorite part of this drawing is just the inconsistency of the shading. Like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Well, I guess it makes half sense. The back of the hair is usually lit up more because it's very thin. Well, not thin, but it's not very thick like the front hair. So that should be more light. But it's a fine drawing. I'd be happy to do another art trade with this person, just so I can send them better art, because I'm really, really thankful for everything. And they also stream their name. Let me actually give them a shout out. Shout outs. Hopefully I typed this correctly. Gaia Viridian. They don't stream a lot, but when they do, it's pretty cool. It's very chill. Shut up, Nino. I don't need to hear my own voice on recording. There. Yep, that's the one. Good. I've been getting into Elcore roleplay on Twitter lately, and it's an experience to say the least. Really? Are you the one doing the roleplay, or are you just reading the roleplay? Those are always... I always see like a repost of like a retweet or quote retweet with someone with some obscure profile picture and name from a game commenting on it, like some person saying, "Oh, look, it's Octodad." I mean, and then another person says, "What do you mean? That's just a normal guy." And then Chef Fujimoto from Octodad, which is like the big evil villain in that game, says, "Are you kidding me?" I love that. I love that one. It's one of my favorites. And then you doesn't bully. You're right. You're right. Please lower your voice to inaudible volumes, Nino. For I am not ready to hear it whilst I'm talking. Thank you very much. No bullying, Nino. You're allowed. Thank you, Panda. Yeah. What was it? Oh yeah. Yeah. That's that drawing. Next one. I'm going to choose from a completely arbitrary list here that I have of many of the older drawings I have. I think it's very important to save your old drawings. You might need them in the future, that, or you might just want to be able to see how you've improved. How about this one? This one was made afterwards. You might notice a pattern with the background. It's basically just that. It's a white square with a gradient of two colors. I wasn't, and I still am not very good at making backgrounds, unfortunately. And I just don't know what to do with them half the time. Most of the time. You got people reading welfare every day. FOTDB, literally. Oh. And. Oh, how is it called, the wolf? Seem to be bad full of something like that. And the Red Riding Hood in a relationship. And wait, what is TSO again? Silent Orchestra. Game Mountain of Silent Bodies, and Silent Orchestra. People cause eat lace, what for the coffee, estrogen, and second penis. That's a lot of them. You gotta save them. I've been eating it. Well, you have to save it to eat it, you know. Another mountain small bodies of a forgel, and that's just normal. How's the background you make for me? Something blurry was just what I wanted. Yes, good. I was worried that it was too blurry or too, just, I guess, not detailed enough. There's some people who make some really cool backgrounds, and I hope I can. The heck? I hope I can draw as well as them one day, maybe possibly. It's better than my fanfic for sure. I need to give more children to Mountain in my fanfic. My God. Yeah, just make it like a side thing. Oh yeah, Mountain also had like 10 children. Still 10. What's a mini mountain called? 10 hills. 10 hills of smiling bodies. Mountain's children are named after foods. That's cute. Yeah, huh? That's my favorite thing about this drawing. From the time I remember, I was really proud of the eyes. I really liked how I did them. They are decent, but not really that great now that I'm looking at it again. I don't know, nothing that really screams out, oh, I'm proud of this. Particularly, so I'll just say, I don't know. I like that I was able to make him curve like that. Beautiful Miss Magius, love Miss Magius. If I ever get a butler and a maid, I'll call them Chicken and Arts. That felt very out of context. Elaborate, please. I'm curious now. You'll ring your bell. Your butler's going to show up and you'll say, "Ah, chicken, my good sir. May you please fetch me some tea?" Oh my god, Nina's alive. Yes, I am, again. I'm trying to see my favorite and least favorite parts of a bunch of drawings. It's a good job on your elements. Check-in. Very good. This one, I'll just say the curved body is my favorite part. Least favorite part, probably the box. It's nonsensical. Nonsensical perspective. Well, not perspective, but just kind of shape. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, like maybe I just moved that a bit there and it would have looked fine. I guess it's not that bad, actually. Also, at this point, I used to use a lot of soft shading. I think everyone goes through that. Every artist goes through that phase of doing soft shading in their art. Some people stick with it and get really good at it. But even the people who get really good at it know when to use it and when not to use it. Use it everywhere here. Wait, you're rating drawings? Well, my own drawings. And it's less rating and just saying what I like about it and what I don't like about it. The 2024 model is still a jump scare for me whenever I checked it. Ah, yes, that one. It was just a drawing I made of myself. That Carnegie friend of mine told me, yeah, I can turn it into a VTuber model, and he did. Very impressively. It wasn't like separated or anything. He did all of that by himself. I'm very grateful for that. One story I'm reading is a very rich woman who has two kids that work for her as her servants, and she decided to name them after the things she loves the most: chicken and art. I see. Fascinating. Next drawing. On which one? What about this one? Love this one. It's still one of my favorites. I was so proud and I made this. Like, what? I made this. I still have the, what's it called? Speed paint of it. And in midway while I was shading, I actually was shading it really, really badly. And I realized that. And I was like, wow, this looks horrendous. I'm gonna just redo it in a different style. And I did. It looks way better now. I really like it. It was for another art trade. Looks wonderful. The greatest honor one can get from art, or as an artist can get from the person they're drawing for, is if that person uses the drawing as a profile picture. If you do that, then it is screaming. It's basically the person screaming that yes, I resonate with this. This is me. This is me on a screen or on paper. And it always makes me feel so proud of myself when that happens. No exception. Same thing happened with this one. I was very proud of the drawing and that they used it as a profile picture. It's always tragic when they switch profile pictures, but it's inevitable. You can't have one picture forever, obviously. I'm just happy that they liked it enough to use it. Oh yeah, my favorite part. Favorite part probably the. Ooh, what is it? The line art. There was this period where I used this strange brush. It was like had no anti-aliasing, no blurred edges. It was very pixely. But I did another thing. I did another thing where I got this tool here, which basically just thins or just changes the width of the liner. And I used it in a bunch of spots to make it look thinner or thicker, depending on the curve. And I added some little hairs here to indicate fur, and I was really proud of that. I really liked it. Keep in mind, I'm still getting you when I get my 100k points. And no pressure to not to use a drawing as a profile picture. Or to associate with it if you don't like it, of course. Again, someone using a drawing as your drawing as a profile picture just means that they like it. And if they do it without liking it, then well, that's just that's basically just the equivalent of lying. Oh well. Yeah, liner is my favorite part. Least favorite part is probably this flower. I had a condition which made me able to skip PE in class, so I didn't have to do any sports or anything. So I just sat down on a bench and watched everyone else do their own thing. But to pass the time, I got a sketchbook that I used to draw in, and there wasn't much inspiration. in the outdoors, ironically. But there were some cool flowers that I used to draw. I enjoyed drawing flowers. I wasn't the best, but it was fun. I liked drawing foliage and such. That, however, has not translated to digital, unfortunately. Or maybe I just need a more better example, better reference next time. I mean, I hate it, but I guess I decided to make you a favor by giving you exposure since I'm very popular and all, you know? Right, of course, of course. Can't forget about your, called... What was that? What was that site called? The fanfiction one? Not for Affinity. Uh, not AOL. Something A. Of course, you have a secret account on that website with like 500 million followers, readers. Yes, I'm very humble. Right. Next drawing. Hmm. Okay. How about this one? This one was in a period where I was trying to experiment with painting, quote unquote. Or at least line artless art. This is Night of Despair. I was also try to do something with composition here. It didn't really work out very well. I didn't really do it well, but it was the first attempt. And I was trying to like have this building here and these constellations kind of make the shape. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what I was doing, and I still don't know anything about composition. It's hard. It's like this sleeper, the sleeper thing in art that can bump it up from a 10 to an 11. You don't notice it, unlike other aspects like color or stuff, but it can make such a big difference. But it's really, really hard to learn. I never realized this background, the space background is really nice. Good job, Nino. Uh, hmm. What ego suit would fit you the most? Child of a galaxy or sword sharpened with tears? Let me look them both up. Night of the Spears is much drippier, I think. Child of the Galaxies is spacey. Night of the Spears is constellation and bluish dark. So I think that one fits more, personally. That's my guess. Or my pick at least. I really like it. These favorite parts about this drawing. What do you know, also? I guess maybe the hair. Don't really like how I did it. Can't really distinguish the front of the hair from the back of the hair. Favorite part, this space background. I only now just noticed that it looks quite nice. Well done, Nino. Thank you, Nino. It was nice to experiment with this kind of style. Also, hands are tiny. My goodness, holy. I never noticed either. I don't think that's how faces are shaped. think the lighting should have curved a bit down here and flattened here instead of staying flat here. Oh well. Next one. Is okay, I said I do drawings I don't like as well. These ones I'm fine with. They're like 6, 5 out of 10. As for drawings, I actually disliked, quote unquote, anything below a 5. Can I open 3 of them at the same time? Yes, okay. These ones, commissions for Sharky. This one is fine. I don't like the mouth, it's way too open, I think. I definitely could have done a better job. The headphone here is all the way at the back. I probably could have moved it here, which the ear would normally be. But anatomy is hard, and I can't blame myself. Yet that's not my least favorite part of this drawing. I'd say a part I like about this one is the pose. I like this pose. I think I did a good job at it. Now the reason I opened 3 at the same time, that's how I use my headphones when my ears hurt. I am also doing that right now. I have one on the back here and one normal covering my ear. But if I were doing that intentionally, I would have drawn the ear here, at least. I could have probably saved it. Now, reason why I had 3 drawings. Which one is this? Oh yeah, this one. Pizza. Very good. I think she's eating 2 slices at the same time. I don't like this expression of the eyes. I think I drew the pizza well enough. I don't like the expression. And this one, I don't like the face. And also Baby Boar is very small. But that worked to my advantage. Now, problem with these 3 is they were drawn in like 1 month. All of them were drawn in 1 month, and yet all of them have had completely different art styles. The face looks completely different in all of them. And I hated that. I hate... It's fine if I'm drawing something for myself, but if someone pays me to make a drawing, they probably expect a similar art style to what I have in store. But it was different from anything I made in the past. And I didn't know why. The struggle to find an art style is real. I would suggest trying to find an art style for you just to get paid to draw. If you ever plan to do that. If I could remake them, I would. I am so sorry, Shark. Next ones. I need a palette cleanser, something like that. I need a drawing I actually liked. What about this one? This one's a classic. I'm sad that I've only done 2 of these. I probably should continue this series, quote unquote. once I'm done with my backlog. It was a little crumpled piece of paper that was supposed to be the notes of an employee in Elcor. Scary. Scary. You can see the reference. You can tell the reference from that. I like that I corrected small bird to punishing here. Just like, the list like how it gets corrected in the game. So they probably wrote this down before the name got changed. They must be very good at art. In order to draw this on a crumpled piece of paper. A head empty. True, true. Like leaving this chamber at random and picking my coworkers. Miss Holt told us not to attack it or else something bad might happen. Yeah. Usually perches on its branch, but sometimes flies around its chamber. Small pen given to those that trust. Whenever I have it on, I feel more awake and ready for anything. And I mainly said that because I think it increased your sanity, max sanity, if I remember right. Being a paper made by someone like that, I only feel like the level and code look very out of place. That is true. That is true. If I were to do it next time, I would probably make it like an official document. That, or I would just make it, just pick a side, either very, very clean or very scratchy, for lack of a better word, papery. And that is true. I'd probably say that is probably my least favorite part, is the inconsistency here. My favorite part is the whole concept of it. It was also a nice way for me to try writing something as basic as it is. It's not really anything complicated, but it's something. Reminds me of a Twitter Elcor roleplay account, I think, which was of an employee named Tiffany. It was very cool. I liked it. As for the second one, there's this one. I feel like canonically this should be the first one. Yeah, ha 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 ha. I forgot I drew this. It's once in. Wonderful. I'm not gonna. Actually, I should probably read all this. One sin. Hundreds of good deeds. I don't know why only one sin is highlighted. Maybe that's because it's just the name that they would probably be using. Well, they'd probably be using 00303 for it. Floating skull that just stands there, menacingly. Very pointy. Miss Milcliffe said we should tell it something bad we did. The worse, the better. So I told it that I stole a coworker's pen, then I moved its jaw slightly. It's truly incredible that the worst thing this person has ever done is stole a coworker's pen. What an evil, evil person. Crime skeleton, which is a reference to, I think a Tumblr post that talked about an old way of gathering confessions from criminals, which was to place them into a dark room with a skeleton that has red glowing eyes and a speaker where a person would talk in a weird distorted voice, asking the criminal to confess their crimes to the crime skeleton. That was beautiful. We should really bring that back. As sharp as it looks, wearing this doesn't actually hurt at all. Now I feel a lot more comfortable around Mr. Bones. Maybe I should tell us about the cat ears thing. And we will never know the cat ears thing. Maybe until some other day, I don't know. Yeah, I like the concept of this. Once again, the inconsistency of art style is probably my least favorite. I should probably fix that next iteration. Past this point, I pretty much like basically everything. Or at least I was proud at the time of making. About this one. Lime. Yeah, this is probably still one of my favorite drawings that I've made. I really like the background, how I did that. I like the tears. Very cool stuff. I like the pattern of the sweater or jumper, whatever this is called. It was basically I just took a half transparent brush, scribbled a bunch, and then used a smudge tool to just and it kind of worked out. I like it at least. Very cool, very cute. There's honestly not much I don't like about this. Maybe the hair. Probably could have done something better with the hair. But even then, it looks decent. I think it's at this point I've started to solidify an art style I like. Like, line art. And bright colors. And cell shading. Love that. Love those stuff. It's how I started, and it's how I'm still going. Maybe one day I can try like the anime art style, even though it probably wouldn't look the best if I tried. Excuse me. Next one. This one. Magic Bullet, the start of a lot of things, actually. I think I took this magic circle from a PNG on Google. I was gonna say there's no way I drew that, and I would be right. I tried for the first time replicating the Limbus art style. There's a few things I got wrong a bit here and there. The eyes, the line art of the eyes is way too thick. The dark shading is kind of in random spots here and there. To be fair, even now I still put it in random spots, but at least I have a partial guess. I can partially guess where to put it. I like the what's it called? What's this called? Oh, what is this called? Cloak? Is it a cloak? Cape? I don't know. I don't know what this would be called. This blue thing. I like how he made it. I think it was very consistent with Limba's company. Oh, perfect. Probably could have done a few things differently here and there, but I think it looks fine. And then I animated it, and that started a big domino effect. At least. Yes, and here we start at the great limbissification, where every drawing I made was a Limbus drawing. Basically, with the exception of like 2, 3, maybe 4 out of like a lot. I won't show all of them, obviously, because that would take a while. But how about one? This one was one of my earlier ones, and I'm still very proud of it. I think I did a really good job at recreating the style. Honestly, I got very lucky, if I'm being honest. Very, very lucky. This finger moved when it was animated, which I liked. I liked how I recreated the Leo Association outfit. I think it was very accurate. No? Can I find one now? This one. Excuse me. Or not actually, because it's not real. Ah, whatever. I'll just use this in place of it. It was supposed to be a Limbus drawing, okay? Just imagine this as a Limbus drawing, okay? Just trust me. It was basically... It was basically like 8 drawings in one of which being a sprite, an animated sprite, with like 8 different rotating cards. The sprite itself suffered from very, very severe thick body, short leg syndrome when it comes to a Limbus character or a sprite. She might be in my .clip folder. Oh yeah, here's Yisang. Yisang. Yisang, no. The drawing I began and gave up on. Oh, here we go. Here's all of them. Any second now. There we go. These are all the cards. It's actually 9. Well, 10 if you count this. As you can see, very thick body, very short legs. Thank you to anyone who gave me that criticism, because I never really realized until then. But that's not my least favorite part about this drawing. I think, by far, my least favorite part about this drawing was not actually part of the drawing. It was the pricing. It was the pricing for it. You see, back then, I wanted to really, really lower the price of this because I wanted to get a few commissions, just so I can get a few reviews, so I can build a bit of trust. And back then I think it was $15. Now it is 50. Honestly, even 50 is honestly on the lower side. No, considering how much time it takes on average. 15, yep, 15. And you would expect... Oh, you know, I'll probably add a bit of... add to the price if you consider these cards. Nope. Nope. They were all, everything 15. You got everything 15. Everything else 15. It taught me a great lesson about pricing, and that's please value your time. Not only can you be working on something else during that time, but like you can just be doing whatever else. Right? That is slave wage. That is more than just slave wage. Can I get like 10? A bit late for that, unfortunately. But yeah, please. Your time is precious. Put a price tag on it. Well, potentially, if you want, you can put a price tag on it. But if you do, put a good price tag, not a bad one, please. This one. This is one of the more recent ones. Oh, cards. Yes, it was cards. $15. $15. Like, look at this small creatura. This I was listening to Looping the Rooms a lot when I was drawing this. Okay, I love that drawing. I love that song. It's great. Something something cassetto, something something risetto. I tried to put him in the back rooms. He's in the back rooms now. He's still wandering. Or maybe he's out. I don't know. Make your own headcanon. Maybe I'll make another one day in the pool rooms. I love the pool rooms. Pool rooms is the greatest thing ever. It's so nostalgic feeling because I actually went to go to a place. It used to go to a place similar to it. I love the blurry effect. I guess I just like blurry things. Yeah, I guess you're just a fan of blurry. That's understandable. I think I made it blurry here because because of the light above, which would produce a soft light, or maybe it would produce a hard light, and I was completely wrong. I don't know. I'm not really that not experienced enough in atmospheric lighting. This was mainly an exercise in atmospheric lighting, never to be found. Fair enough. Ba, 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 ba. I think I may have made it too yellow near the feet. No, I think that's enough of that. Let me actually go back and work on the one I wanted to work on. Go way. One way. And here we are now. Much improvement has been made. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, right? Gonna do a bit of drawing, and at like 9 p.m. I think I'll end stream. So like 20 minutes from now. Hopefully. It'll be enough time for me to separate all this. Like I said, it's not really drawing right now. Mainly just separating layers. As you can see, he's being dismembered bit by bit. Rest in peace. Dante. This one is what I need to separate now. I've seen different videos of people, of like speed paints, of these cutting up processes. And I think I've seen mainly two ways of how people do them. The first being just drawing over. This, I think they probably copy first. And then draw over. But the method I prefer is just selecting, banger also, selecting and then Control X, Control V. Oops. And then later just drawing around it. That's the method I like, at least. Let's see. After that, is the head is one thing that can be separated. There's no particular order of things. You can just kind of do whatever you want. Whoops. Hate when that happens. If it's if I accidentally double click or double tap on my tablet twice in quick succession accidentally. And the antlers and hats. The cigar. Good. There we go. Head. Uh. Mm. Grilled cheese. Not really grilled because it's cold now. Because I left it too long. What a travesty. Obviously, I'm still gonna eat it. I'm a little too used to cold food, unfortunately. From all the... Wait, that should be included for now. Because if I've already started, I may as well continue separating the sword by itself. Also something I should do on the other sprite. So it looks cooler. Excuse my annoyed expression right now. I think I didn't get enough sleep today. I got like, I think 4 hours of sleep, which is not good. Usually I get much more than that. But I was kind of woken up today with some noise. There's a sword. I guess this is his left arm, which I'm just gonna call right arm because I get that confused a lot. Our arm. This one is left arm. And this can basically just be one part. Well, actually, I'd make this one a part. Just so I can move it a bit better. Learning is my passion. I'll include this part as well. There we go. That works better. Wonderful. Yeah, good. Well then. That's that separated. Now we'll just have to draw underneath the layers. And it should be ready to animate. Wonderful. Well then, in that case, that'll probably be the end of today. Stream. I started at like 3, now it's almost 9, so that was 6 hours. Pretty good, pretty good. Sure, right? Oh, my goodness. View is streaming Mouse PI for hire. Nice, the game was too much cheese. Of course, thank you, IGN. In that case, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you some other time. Bye bye, bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Shut up, alarm. Don't tell me what to do.